Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Russian Rummy Reading Sprints Alive, and this is round 8 of game 1. So I was a little bit late getting on the live. We were coming back from gymnastics and there was traffic, so I needed some time to eat my dinner and get cleaned up. But we are here now. This is going to be a long one, so it's 6 chapters of one book and 2 hours and 40 minutes of sprints after that. So I figured we could start with the 6 chapters first and see where we go from there. My goal is to finish 2 books during this time. It is Family Descent by Brian Bowyer. That one I'm hoping to finish. It's very small. And then we have The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop, and this one is also very small. This one I picked up at Barnes& and Nobles. They have, like, their cafe book, so if you buy something at the cafe, that's how we get the kids to go, is we're like, "We'll get you a treat if you let mom look at books there." And when you buy something at the cafe, they have, like, 2 or 3 books you can choose from that are $5. So this was the one that they had, I believe, last month, so in June. Um, so that is what we'll be doing tonight. It's gonna be a long reading sprint, 6 chapters first, and then 240 minutes. So I'm gonna do 6 chapters of this one first, because this one doesn't really have chapters. So let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you've kept track for the Russian Rummy reading sprints and if you've been playing. I am currently at 5,054 points since last time. So that's quite a jump. And this round is worth 1.5 points per page that you read. So keep that in mind. I will remind you at the end. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to reading these books. I am gonna do another 15 minutes where you can read without me because I have some sloppy joes here and I'd like to eat them. I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna do that. Give me 15 minutes to scarf them down and then I'll start reading with you. So I'll go ahead and just put the music on and it'll be 15 minutes of that baloney. And then after this goes live, I will go back and put timestamps in. So if you're watching this after it's gone live, then you can skip the pre-reading if you would like to. So that's what we're gonna do. 15 minutes for me to eat my dinner. I'm gonna play some nice music for you. Go ahead and read, and then I'll pick back up and start reading with you because we're gonna be here. It's 6:50, so I'm assuming we're gonna be here probably till 9 or 10 o'clock. So tonight it's gonna be an all-nighter almost. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to start reading? So we have these pyro pets back here. I figured that we would just continue on with the blue kiss a cat. These were sent to us by 54 degrees Celsius, and they do a whole bunch of really cool candles. These particular ones are called pyro pets, and they have a whole bunch of different creatures. But this one is a blue kiss a cat, and how it works is how it burns, and they burn for quite a long time. There's a metal skeleton inside. So as the pet burns, you have like a skeleton pet to keep after. So we were leaving these for book club, but since we're doing sprints here too, I figured we could use them for that too. So if you go to 54celsius.com and use the code Bambi at checkout, you will save 15% on your purchase if you want to buy your own pyro pets. So I found the first one on a date day with my husband. We went to one of the art things in Portland, and it was there in the gift shop because that's where it belongs. And we loved it. And so I picked it up and brought it home. And then I went to their website and found more. And then they were like, "Hey, would you like some for your book club?" And I was like, "Yes, please, thank you." So shout out to them, not sponsored, but they did provide us with the Pyro Pet candles. So thank you for that. So we'll go ahead and light that, and we will start reading for the Russian Rummy Reading Sprints round 8. What are you guys reading? And let me know in the comments. I also had a question. Let me bring this here so I'm not like facing away from you. I had another question about the reading. So, do you guys think I'm kind of at like a crossroads in the game here of the reading blog? Do we like that I generally pick up books from like Barnes and Nobles or books that are already published? Do we like that we're experiencing that together, like Barnes and Nobles people? Or do we think that you guys would be more interested in more like reads that I read and review before they come out, and then you guys have like a hey, this book's coming out in October and I've read it and this is what I thought about and this is what I've rated. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer things that are coming or things that you can already get your hands on? I think we need more of a mix, maybe a 50-50 mix, because I think right now it's very heavy on the already published, not coming soon. So I think it would be fun to add some more of like coming soon books to the TBR instead of just like all the books that you can get Barnes and Nobles. To be fun if I was like, hey, you guys, in like a month or two, this book is coming out and I read it and I think this about it. So I am thinking about mixing it more. That may be a good idea. So for today, though, let me know what you're reading in the comments. I am looking. This is the Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop, and this one, from what I understand, is some the cherry blossom gives this girl branches. That's as far as I got when I kind of was skimming through it. I don't know what she does with these. I think she heals people or gives them wishes. I'm not sure. So I'll read the synopsis of this one. Welcome to the Cherry Blossom Bookshop, a haven for book lovers that only appear during the flirting cherry blossom season. Nestled amidst the blooms of delicate petals, you'll find a sanctuary for those burdened by regrets and past sorrows. Here, Sakura, the mysterious young owner, and her wise calico cat, Kobako, patiently await the arrival of souls in need of solace and healing. Told over 4 seasons, each visitor to the bookshop holds a book that bridges their past and present, guiding them towards the understanding acceptance. With the antique charm of the shop and the soothing aroma of the freshly brewed coffee, Sakura and Kobaka help their guests comfort their lingering sadness through the power of stories, enabling them to move forward with renewed hope. So, like I said, it sounds like it pops up some places. It's a cute little bookshop with a little like coffee shop bookshop owner and her little cat, and they take care of people. How? I'm not sure. So, the next one or the first one is Family Descent by Brian Bowyer, and this is kind of the synopsis. So I have read a little bit of this one. And this one so far is like I can't you it's one of those books where you can't really say out loud what's happened because it's so messed up. But there's a mom who has some issues and she like tries to date younger like real like children. And she like goes off and does crazy things, but it doesn't make sense because she also has her own children. So I'm like, how is that? How like there's something not wired there, and like the husband already knows like there's something wrong. He doesn't say that that's what's wrong with his wife, but you can tell he's like, we should get a divorce, and she's like, why would we do that? And the night before she like hung out with a teenager like at a ballpark, and and then her daughter's like the same age and she's graduating. And then like another part where like their little kids fishing and she like hits on this little kid. He's like, I don't understand, I'm going home, and she gets mad and like listen, because like he doesn't get it. I just like it is so dark sometimes that I don't even know. Like I don't even know. And that's why it's a short book. This particular book is 121 pages and I haven't finished it and I'm going to finish it though. We're going to sit down. I'm going to finish this one first cuz that's what you do. You watch the scary movie first, right? And then you put on something like the Snow Monkeys or something. Like this is the documentary, the feel good, the therapy that we're going to need after that. So those are the two books. Here's the synopsis for Family Descent. When Riley is at work, when sorry, excuse me, here's the synopsis for Family Descent. When Riley isn't writing horror novels, she's delivering food for her older brother's restaurant and acting as a contract killer for her ruthless drug dealer parents to make ends meet. But once she moves into a haunted house next to the restaurant, she discovers a truth far more terrifying than any of her Macabre fictions or her family's penchant for violence. Penchant for violence. And this one in particular, I did start reading, and what I understand is her brother wanted the land for something, and he's like, and there's also a house you can stay in it. So I haven't got to the point where it's like haunted yet, but hopefully, like, obviously I will. So, like, so far, I have seen her do some pretty, like she walks up to a cabin and like does something for her parents, and you're like, wow. And then she just has like a casual conversation about it, and then she's delivering food for her brother, and he's like, hey, let's buy this thing, and she's like, sure, I'll go in it with you. So I don't know that the house is haunted yet, as far as what I've actually read in the story. So those are the two. Let me know what you're reading, and we will start the 6 chapters and then we'll check in when I'm done, and then we'll do probably 20-minute sprints for the 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we'll be here for a while. So let's do 6 chapters, and I will check in with you when we're done reading that. Let me know what you're reading, and I'm excited. I'm excited to start doing this. We're almost done with the first game. It's been a long go. It's taken us almost 2 months, but we're almost done. So here we go. Round 8. Okay, so it's 6 chapters for me. Did you guys get 6 chapters done? Did you? So I kinda just caught up to where I was. Now the kids of the Claire lady, she's the lady going out there doing all the crazy things with the, like, teenage kids and the crazy thing at the river with the little child. And apparently she has 2 kids. One is Kendra and one is Dylan, and Kendra is 13, 15. She's 15 and Dylan is 13. So she's got, like, kids the same age of those kids, like, she's, like, doing that to, like, they could be her kids as friends, and she just doesn't know it. And then Riley is the aunt or the sister of the brother that owns the restaurant. So that's what I figured out so far. So the Aunt Riley drove Kendra and Dylan to a party. Kendra and Dylan are buying drugs from some chick who knows their grandparents, so they know that their grandparents sell drugs and they do drugs. And they're 13 and 15. That's this is another world to me. I don't even know that that happens. Like, I didn't what do you mean? You know about drugs before you were in your 20s? That's okay. Like, this is a rough world, dude. This is a rough place to be. I don't know. It's a little scary. I don't know. We still haven't heard if anybody found that kid and the thing that happened to him at the river yet. Like, we don't know. We don't know what's happening to that. If it like has anybody found him? Does anybody expect Claire because she did it? Like when Riley and the grandparents, if they find out, are they gonna do anything about it? Because they already said they think she's crazy. Like they already know. So yeah, that's that's only 22 pages. That's it. 22 pages. So let me think here. I was gonna say 20 minutes, but I think we could do more. What let's do a 40-minute sprint to start off. Let's get a big chunk of this 2 hours and 40 minutes down. So let's do a big chunk of 40 and just get that chopped off, and then we got 2 hours left. So let's do a 40-minute reading sprint, and then we will check in, see what everybody's reading. Go ahead and comment what you're reading. Hello. Hello, how are you? Welcome for join or thank you for joining. Let me know what you guys are reading. If I don't answer your comment, sometimes it takes a second for it to pop up. So I'm not ignoring you. It just takes a minute to pop up on the screen. So let's do 40 minutes and then visit and talk about what we've read, and then we'll come back and take care of the other 2 hours, however we best see fit. Okay. So here is another 40 minutes. try not to move that when it's on, but there you go. So that was our first 40-minute sprint. How was your guys' reading? This book, I don't know how things work apparently. So I had to call my husband and I was like, listen to this. So the Claire lady, like, right, the mom, she finds like a high school fling from like forever ago because we're old now. And yeah, like pretty much they they have adult time, and then she says he's messy because he says, "Well, you must be bored of your husband," and she gets mad, and then she just like they're screaming at each other butt naked, and then she just offs him. She's just like, "Oh yeah, well, boom to your face," and like so that's like what is it, one, two? Is that two people now? And then I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know how crack works. Like, obviously, I don't know how any of this works. But like, they're at the aunt's house, the two kids, 13 and 15, doing cocaine with the aunt, right? Crazy world here. And he's like, "Do you have baking soda?" And then he's like cooking up crack cocaine. I'm like, I don't know how that works. And I asked my husband, I was like, does that make it? I don't know. I don't know. And I'd have to Google it because I have no idea. So that blew my mind. I was like, okay, that's a thing. And then yeah, and then we learned about this Wade guy. This Wade guy sounds like he was a squatter, and like the people that were living in the house were like, "No, you can't come and get your stuff until you pay us the money that you owe us for like that you were supposed to be rent paying us." And so he doesn't, and so like the wife of this person, like after the anyways, Wade pays like a tweaker to go steal his stuff back. And then the couple that was keeping his stuff hostage like ends up getting offed, right? Pretty bad. That's not fun. That's a horrible time. And then these two people, Claire and whatever her husband is, not Claire, it's some other this totally different couple come in, and they like Wade has a terrible time with them. Let's just say that they do things that I'm like, how would you even like things that I would probably wouldn't even think to do. And then they find like a lady in the closet, and then like the things they do to her, I'm just like, how? So like you were after Wade for justice, and that's why you did it because he was a bad guy who had a family off because he tried to steal his own stuff back. But then you guys find a lady who apparently was drugged and tied up in a closet, and you did worse. You did worse. I just don't understand how like there's no justice anywhere. This is just if I was a kid in this world, I'd probably be doing these hard drugs too. Damn. Like, I'm not up for that, but what is going on? Like, this is not a normal place to be. And I love how she's just like, my back hurts, so I drug the mattress out into the yard and just burned it. I was like, that is illegal. Like, I don't even, you're not even out in the country. Like, it sounds like people are using your front yard as a parking lot. How are you doing this? Where do you live? Let me know. I don't understand. So, yeah, this book is it's such a short book. I'm only 55 pages in and like I don't even know. And I have to keep notes because I keep getting everybody confused. I'm like, who is this? Who is that? Because it just doesn't give you enough time to get to know everybody. You just have to remember it. You have to remember what chaos belongs to who. So, yeah. All right. What are you guys reading? You guys ready for another 40 minutes? This Claire lady needs to be stopped. That's all I have to say. Claire needs to be stopped. She should not be a mom, and she needs to stop doing crazy things. Like everything this lady has done has been bad. And then she didn't show up to pick up her kids, and now they've got some like magician who sells drugs showing up at their aunt's house. I don't know. I hope this isn't a real place. That's all I said. It's not real. All right, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and then we'll come back and do another 40 minutes. Okay. So let's just set the timer for 45 minutes and then I will just come back in 5 minutes and continue the reading. Okay. So 45 minutes, but we're only counting as 40 because there's a 5-minute break. Okay. Here we go. Every time a train goes by, my furniture moves. That's why I keep looking. I'm like, is anything gonna fall? I don't think so. Um, oh, it's the candle. Anyways, my gosh, you guys. Okay, so family descent. That's just my candle going out now. Um, chapter 21, we're page 88. Like, the most wonderful thing happened, and it happened in the most wonderful way. And it's actually a terrible thing. But like, I kind of get why the family's just like, it'll be fine. I'm not really bothered by it. Like, nobody was that worried. She's like, what do you want to eat? Like, it's because she deserved it. It's what needed to happen. It's kind of like in The Sopranos, at the end when like that guy who was out of control, was his name Polly? Was that his name, Polly? And at the end, they just had to like do what they had to do, right? But like in this way, like it sounds like karma, or maybe somebody who was driving the car meant to do it. I don't know, but I'm on board with the decision. Like, I'm good with it. Anyways, the part that I was like, "Oh," was like Shelby and Blake are the grandparents. Like, I figured that out before. Like, just now in the chapter, like Shelby answered the door and Blake was taking a nap. I'm like, but I figured it out before. Like, so Blake gives Shelby a person, the Wade guy, right? And then she takes care of like then they both do terrible things to the closet girl. Like, that was terrible. And they just burn down the house and leave, right? And then the granddaughter knows that the grandma that Shelby's into like dextering people. Like, she's like, "Oh, here's a guy that we tried to get him to buy us alcohol and he's a pedo, so happy like early anniversary. Enjoy it." And then she left him in the basement for 5 days and then she's like, "Oh, Blake, while you take a nap and put some music on, I'm going to go downstairs and enjoy my anniversary present." Like, girl, what's you Number 1, that's a problem. She's the grandma though. I can't believe they're the grandparents. And then I don't know, every time like, girl, I'm sorry, handguns, they're not cheap. Like, I mean, they are cheap, but, like, you talking, like, $600-800 a pop. I don't know, this world seems to have really bad cops, no detectives, like, the homicide department, non-existent. Like, I don't know how many people Claire has like, let's count. There was the river situation, and then there was the ex-boyfriend from high school situation who said that she was bored of her husband, so she like bopped him in the face. She's a crazy girl. She did that with no clothes on too. That's the crazy part. And then there was like the nanny situation. Dude, the second that she like saw the ad, I was like, no, that won't happen. That won't happen. And then it was worse. It was worse than it yeah. And then like the people who didn't pay rent, like obviously that mom, like what happened to the mom, that's karma, like, probably better for the kids, right? But then she goes to see the grandpa, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, he's a little bit weird and religious, but, like, the kids, like, would've been fine. Like, you coulda just left them there." But no, she's like, "No, I have to do more damage." Like, she would, like for a second, you think she's doing a nice thing, and then it's like, "No, she didn't do anything nice, nothing at all. It was just for no reason at all." So, yeah, I mean, I get why her kids weren't sad. I get it. Like, that's insane. And the dad was just like, like her husband, I don't know. I'm not upset about the car accident. I think that needed to happen for sure. Dude, like I suggest if you're gonna read this book, don't read this straight through like I'm doing right now because like it's a lot of information to take in at one time. I feel like if you read like 2 or 3 chapters a day, you could sit there and think about it for a minute. Like, there's times I have to go back and be like, "Wait a minute, who's who and who's doing what?" Because I think, like like I said, he just wrapped the the author just put in that, like, Shelby and Blake are these crazy people, and I said, "I don't understand who these people are that went for this guy Wade, who was a squatter and hired, like, a tweaker to steal his stuff back. I don't get it. I don't understand." And then you found out that Shelby and Blake are the grandparents? I'm just like, "What?" So the grandparents like, their son is the only one. What is this restaurant business? I don't believe that he just has a restaurant. So, his parents are that way, his sister's that way, his sister has a girlfriend now who's, like, very trashy. Like, you can't even do your drugs in a hygienic, like, ladylike way, you have to do it in a trashy, like, disgusting like, I don't understand. And like I said, I don't understand how any of that I don't understand how drugs work because I don't even know. I was like, I don't understand what baking soda is gonna do for you. I don't know what that's doing for you. I can make a volcano with that if you give me some vinegar. It's like bath salts. It's not actually bath salts. I thought that people were literally, like, eating Johnson& and Johnson, like, like the pink ones or, like, the purple, like, Epsom salt ones. No, it's different. That's why when I read these books, it's just like a whole world I haven't been and where's the investigations? Where's like, all of these people are showing up, you don't hear about it in the news, like, nobody's talking about the people that are gone missing, like, nobody's coming to talk to Claire before the car accident happened, like, is there no, like, 911 in this I think this world doesn't have a 911. And like I said, like, I don't understand the kids are 13 and 15 doing these drugs, but I'm like, "Dang," like, if you like, imagine finding out so how old would she had to be when she found that her grandma liked to, like, Dexter people? That right there could cause a kid to drink. Like, this is not don't promote that behavior, but, like, we're fictionally in a world of WTF. Like, here we go now. So Claire's gone. Love that for us. Um, Kids seem fine, grandma seems fine, the house is cool, the house fixes itself, I like that. I really thought there's be more about this haunted house, but, like, we still have some time. But, yeah, I think that girlfriend's gotta go, though, I don't like that, that's not cute, girl. That ain't cute. I don't like that, passing out on the couch, sloppy like that. I had a neighbor who did that one time in their car, and I was like, "Where am I living?" And I had to move, like, instantly. I was like, lease up, me gone now, savings, who cares? What's her name? Nobody cares her name, we're leaving." So, yeah, I don't know, guys. I my brain, like I said, read it in chunks because I swear, like 2 or 3 chapters at a time, like, that's got you thinking. I'm always Googling stuff. You see me doing that, it's because I don't know what's going on. You guys wanna listen to me reading? Mm. Well, I can do that now. I will do that. SMR148. I didn't do that earlier because my kids were running around, but they are in bed now. So, yeah, I can read on the I'm sure you guys are just see me freak out and you can't hear me. I'm sorry about that. So, yeah, I can probably leave the mic on. I am What are you guys reading? You guys reading any good stuff? I will leave the mic on for you. Thank you. I will do that. Hello. What are you guys reading tonight? I am appreciative that you are joining me. It's nice that somebody's here to read the books with me. I think that's pretty fun. So, yeah, I mean, have you guys ever read anything from Brian Bowyer? I always say it Bowyer, but I know that's not right because when I try and voice text it, there's no W. So Bowyer, Bowyer. He writes a lot of, like, really short books, and they're horror books, but, like, it's like a whole 'nother world. It's like the tunnels of Las Vegas where they're cooking up the meth, and everybody's used to, like, the situation. I've never been in I'm pretty sheltered. Like, that's why it's called Bambi Reads Books, because I'm a little doe-eyed human who hasn't seen much of the world, and I'm reading the books, and the books are shocking. They're shocking me. So, let's do a little break if that's okay because I need a break. I don't need to tell you why I need a break. So if we do like a 10-minute break and then I pop back on and then we start we so where we were 80 minutes so far and 6 chapters in. So was that another 40 minutes? But honestly, I think that even if it takes a little bit more than 40 minutes, we'll just keep sprinting to finish the book for sure. So that's what I'd like to do. So 10-minute break and then we'll pop back on and I will leave the speaker on after the break so that you guys can hear. I I yeah. What I want to know about the Claire situation and like I don't know because certain people aren't talkative. So I don't know if we can get answers. But Claire, where is she getting all these like burner guns? Is she just buying handguns and like sanding off the like serial numbers herself or like is it because like her in-laws are like these big druggy people that like you know she can just get them and like I'm saying like he just is a restaurant owner but he has money to like buy a whole building and like his wife is just running around doing all this crazy stuff with all these burner guns like all day long and how does she know how to do this to people because like let me tell you something. I'm not proud of this. This is probably the thing that I feel like the baddest about my entire life that I've ever done. We had some chickens, right? And I was like, I'm gonna be a chicken farmer because I'm gonna stay home with these because I had to stay home with the kids. So I was bored. So I was like, let's get some chickens, right? And I was like, I'm gonna kill some chickens. Like, sorry, I'm probably getting in trouble. I don't even know if YouTube lets me talk about this, but like I did, and like so did the whole the whole cone thing. I got the plucker, like I was like, I'm gonna do the. It is not easy. Like I don't know what like, and that's the only comparison I have. That's it. That's all I have to like physically like something like a chicken. And, like, it was horrible. I was crying. I was apologizing to it. I'm like, "I'm so sorry," like, while I was doing like, I'm not built for this. I'm not. Like, I'm not trying to be like, "I'm a little soft." Like, I guess if I was starving, I could figure this out. But, like so I can't imagine that, like, how does this woman know all these insane is it just, like, she's catching them off of guard because they don't expect her to do it? Is that why she's succeeding in all these extreme violent acts, or is it because, like, she studies this? Like, did she have, like, some kinda doctorate background? Like, did she like, she knows something. She knows too much. You wouldn't just know how to do these things. Like, that's not something that just a regular person knows how to do. So I'm wondering, like, where did Claire come from before she married into this family? Because Claire's got something going on. She had something going on, and I'd like to know more about Claire because Claire was unhinged AF. And that the car accident is the best thing that could happen in this story, but who knows? Because, like, we still got 40 pages to go. Anything could happen. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna take my 10-minute break, and I will leave the volume on when I come back. So I'll put some music on for you, okay? All right, guys, let me know what you're reading. I really do wanna know what you guys are reading. And if we wanna hear more about Brian Bowyer, if we wanna read more of his books, if you guys like those books and you like the reactions, let me know because he has a ton of them, and they're all pretty short. Next time, maybe we take it in chunks, though. This is a bit traumatizing. So, Bambi out.
got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me.
All right. Hopefully that will work. Hopefully you can hear me okay. All right, we're going to do 40 more minutes and see where we land as far as finishing the book. That's what we're going to do. You can see I don't use StreamYard that much, but we'll get there. We'll get to the point where it's okay. All right, here we go. Last 40 minutes of the Russian Rummy anyways. We actually bust that out a lot quicker than I thought we would. Here we go. Well, at least they care about each other. Sucks. They're like, she's a bad person, kids. I'm sorry. Mm, I don't go to bars that much. Sometimes I go for tacos. But if some random person came up to me and was like, hey, your husband died a week ago, huh? Want to talk about it? No, I don't want to talk to you about it. Well, that's just weird. What do you want? I instantly be like, what do you want? Hmm. I don't have kids. Tiffany raised her glass and finished her drink. I knew when I was young that I didn't want kids. Red flag blow. Red flag. You have kids. She's no longer eligible. That makes me so upset when people are like, well, they don't want kids. I'm like, well, you have kids. So X them off. Already. Sorry. Don't qualify. And she's the worst. I don't like Tiffany. Like Tiffany's a bad. Why does this guy attract? Look good, you know? Yeah, makes sense. Mhm. Oh no, now he's at Tiffany's house. Watch out. What's wrong with Tiffany's house? Something's wrong with it. Small. What else? It's clean. Don't believe it. I'm not looking for a relationship. Well, obviously. Very. No, she doesn't want your kids. She said no. Oh, man, that's what people do all day. Not what I'm doing. Tiffany's dog. Oh, no. Did somebody get rid of that dog? Because that's terrible. Who's mad at Tiffany? Oh my god. See, I told you. Now you're in Tiffany's house and there's a man showing up and he's gonna. Well, you did. So, yeah. Melissa, you're getting divorced. Oh, great. You know what? You deserved it. Told you that was sketchy. Don't do that. She wanted something. Something wrong with that. I need to leave, Ralph, or I'm calling the police. Oh, the police do exist. First time hearing of it. They're busy. They can't come. Is there a back door? I'd be searching for any way out besides the front door. What happened? Grabbed Tiffany's hair and bashed into Ralph. Logan. Oh my god. That's some arm muscles for a restaurant owner. Does anybody know how much pressure it takes to crush a human skull? Wondering because if you wait. Oh, that wasn't the end. There was more. I gotta pay attention. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I knew he couldn't just be a restaurant owner. I knew that wasn't the case. I freaking knew it. He took the bottle of rum with him and he left. Okay, so wait a minute. So we meet what's her name? We don't even remember anymore because Tiffany. We meet Tiffany. Tiffany's nosy as hell, knows way too much about us. And then we're like, sounds like a fun one nighter, you know? And then we show up and then we're surprised, like, oh look, she has a husband who's mad, right? And then like there is no emotion with anybody. He's just like, I don't care, both of you. And he's like, stupid mofos. And he took the bottle of rum and left after. Again, where are these police that everybody's talking like just now about? Like, not everybody's talking about it. One person talked about them. I think a lot more people need to talk about them. This is awful. There's no hinge left. Rusted away. I'm glad that Elena finally got freaking called out on her trashy. She's not even going to the bathroom and doing this stuff. She's just like passing on the couch and not like cleaning up after her. So this is insane. Like, girl, girl, good for you. Not even the whole day. She's like, not until I read your novel. I think that Elena needs to go. She sounds like maybe she doesn't have a real place to live. You need to get people off your couch. You just moved in yourself. How many people live in there? Immediately after. Yeah, we're starting to see a pattern of we have a difficulty. We have a problem. I don't know how drugs work. I'm getting really confused. See, the baby giggles in the back just don't help with this, do they? Like, they cannot hear me, but you can hear them. That makes it weird. Poor dog. Your dog's probably high. That's probably why he's staring off. Then Hugo enters the room. He stared at an empty space in the corner next to the bedroom window, head cocked. Yeah, poor thing. Like, why are there so many colors? I'm not supposed to see colors. Oh. No, thank you, Edward. How about no? That's a side effect. I really hope Shelby isn't like, because she cooks a lot. Just saying, could we not? 10 minutes later, found them eating lasagna, and she made like stew or chili or something last time. Hopefully, she keeps those hobbies separate. Acid when they were 10. What? You and your sister are too young to be taking acid. And then Shelby told her, oh, Grandpa's behind the times on the, yeah. And you keep that in the freezer. Okay. Okay, I'm learning. Why, I don't know, but that goes in the freezer. And that's how you measure it. That's how much it costs at some point. Probably not now. Mm-mm. Wait, who's doing this? The grandma or the crazy girlfriend? Summertime is just kids making noise. Yeah, it's the girlfriend. It's the girlfriend. That goes in the freezer. Okay. Wonder why grandma was making pay for it. It's not grandma. Grandma's not doing that. That's what I said too. Poor dog. It's probably breathing in whatever the heck you are. Doesn't know what to do with it. With all of the everything everybody's doing, I would imagine that everybody's house is just filthy. It's just I would just imagine. I don't know though. It doesn't say that. People are making dinner apparently. A lot of activities. Yes. Mhm. I mean, I feel like if somebody in this book is concerned about the amount of something that you're doing, is probably like an extreme because children are doing this stuff and they're like, oh, it's only a problem. Like how like sounds like we're waking up and that's all we're doing. I don't really even know what that does. So I think that one makes you clean. Maybe it makes you clean. I don't you sleep a lot then? I don't know. This is not appropriate. That's for sure. Inside thoughts. Grocery list. Oh man. And like there's this some I don't know if this is like step by step instruction manual here. Like this is how you do this. Ugh, myself to sleep. Mm. Edward is the ghost. Remember. Oh no. Called it. Damn. Damn girl. That sucks. Ooh, they get in trouble. They're not going to bed. They got told to stop. Do you ever like listen to your partner parrot? And you're like, did you just say that out loud? Yes, you did. Okay. Now the ghost is telling us secrets about this house. Helen Ramsey, what did you do? Well, that's convenient, especially for this family. It's like a magic house. It's magical in a very dark way. I've been. Mm. Mm-mm. How do you take the flesh off the bones? It's money. But what does that? I would not. Where does it get all the money from? Mm. Oh, he goes other places. Mm. Oh boy, Claire would have been perfect for this job, this house. What are you doing? Oh, goodness. Wow. I would not come back. Crazy. Dang. This thing has control over all dogs. That's crazy. No, 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 no. That's terrifying. Mm. Hope that dog goes in a kennel immediately. Heal. Yeah. What the frick? Wow. Damn. She starts. So damn, guys, like we know that we're good people, but like this house seems worse. Like, so now just the chef is left. What happened to him? Does the house get him too? Did he get the dog after it got everybody else? What about, so it's just grandma and the dad left. Yeah. I mean, they don't have enough police. That's all I have to say. They don't have enough police. I mean, I would give that 5 stars because it mentally effed me up, and I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. I still want to know, like, what's up with Claire. She needs a backstory because that woman had issues, lots of issues, a lot. And now, like, obviously, like, her husband was no better because that one night stand situation was terrifying. Everybody was wrong for that, but that was terrifying. Yeah. So yeah, grandma and her son left to rule what? Like, what could you do at that point? Like, just no animals ever? Hmm. Get smaller animals? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. We still have some time. I have a minute and 12, but I think that's okay to have a minute and 12 left. That's fine. A minute and 6. So finish the book. And so what are we doing here? For 121 pages and 1.5 points for this round. We always round up 182. And what did I say it was when we started? I have notes because I can't remember things. Like 5,000. Okay. 182 points. And then we were at 5,054. So we are at 5,236 points for the end of round 8. And 5 stars for Family Descent. I will write a review and have a separate review video for that. That is by Brian Bowyer. So if you want to read something, you probably can't hear me very well. That's why I always put it on this thing. If you want to read a book that is short but will keep you guessing, and like some of them, it feels like you yourself are on drugs. Like I can't keep track of them sometimes. Some of his books have been like that, where I'm like, am I like special? And then like I'll read through like a few more chapters and I'm like, oh no, I was supposed to feel that way. Like I didn't know what ways up and that I can't read straight and nothing's making sense. That's on purpose. So, and apparently he like writes the stuff on his lunch breaks in his car on his phone. So imagine what a brain like that could do at at a tabletop game, right? That's some dungeon master material there. So the next book that I'll be reading will be The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. Don't forget to join the book club. We're reading Haunting Adeline. We're meeting on the second Tuesday or the second Friday and the last Friday. The second Friday and the last Friday. So we will be meeting July 10th and July 31st for Haunting Adeline. It's a very dark romance. He's a stalker. Apparently she likes it. There's a second book. Haven't read any of them. It's 600 pages, so we'll be busy. So that's that. And I did post on Instagram the reading schedule suggestion. So if like you want to have something to talk about the first meeting and the last meeting, that's where I will be and I'll be checking in. So if you want to do that, that's there too. So thank you for joining me tonight for Russian Rummy Reading Sprints. And I will see you guys on Friday for the TBR video. That's what we'll be doing. So see you then and have a good night.